Music has been a large part of my identity, a way to navigate the experience of being alive and human. Music mediates every experience of life, be it love found, love lost, new beginnings, sad endings, and everything in between. I grew up listening to the Beatles, Hendrix, Cream, and Simon and Garfunkel. I remember as a child standing on the bed pretending that I was a rock star, the bed as my stage and an air guitar as my instrument. As I played as a child, I engaged in Vygotskian play as a leading activity, and through the zone of proximal development created by play, I moved forward in my identity as a performer and musician. Using Cole's definition of cultural artifacts, my understanding of musician was mediated by cultural historical artifacts updated over time by goal-oriented human action, such as instruments, clothing, concert halls, lighting, merchandise, albums, songs, etc. In middle school, high school, and college, my identity as a performer was shaped by meaningful and situated practice in school musicals and professional choirs. I majored in music and built a strong foundation of music theory, music history, and performance. Using Bruner's definition of narrative as a classical vocalist, my identity as a musician was shaped by the narrative of classical vocal musicians. Although I had a basis in Western sociocultural history and theory, I never learned what it takes to learn an instrument, since canon dictates that vocalists hone their vocal craft. But since my wife's entire family plays guitar, I figured this might be a good time to break my narrative and learn with her.
Hey, that's my guitar.
Yeah, it's even got your brother's band sticker on it. I haven't seen this thing. I'm gonna start my project.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's see how this goes. First try. Experience to Dewey is bounded by interaction and continuity. I knew that having to continually tune the strings of this wretched instrument would negatively impact my future experiences, and so I opted for a different cultural artifact to mediate my learning. The jamstick is an electronic device with a fretboard and taut strings that simulates the playing of a guitar. The jamstick does not produce music, rather it must be plugged into a computer and acts as a MIDI synthesizer. I used the jamstick to teach my body how to play. Playing with the jamstick gave powerful positive feedback. Plucking the correct string at the correct time yielded a flurry of sounds and images that immediately increased my dopamine levels and made me want to play more. The software was obviously developed using behaviorist theory. Miller determined a window 7 plus or minus 2 for the amount of chunks that can be represented in the working memory. Once a level has been mastered in jamstick, future levels will assume that the previously learned content is chunked and will build on that knowledge. For example, one level might focus on just an A chord, and the next level will integrate an A and D chord together. Page and Daly describe the theory of cognitive tools. As I play with the jamstick, accuracy of notes and rhythm, the tuning of the guitar, and statistics on my progress were distributed across the software and allowed me to focus on the mechanics of playing. Playing with the software only got me so far. My procedural knowledge increased, but I felt that I needed to situate my learning on real music and a real instrument. So we visited my father-in-law and we played together. As a mentor, Dick corrected some of my misconceptions and gave me tips and tricks to play devilishly difficult chords. Using Windschittle's definition of constructivism as a culture, Dick would create moments of inquiry for me through problem-based learning. Finding a song requires one to know the limitations of your playing. For example, picking Hendrix would be out of the question. I also had to transpose the song using the capo to align with the limits of my baritone voice. I had to figure out the strumming pattern, and I also had to find an efficient path for my hand to move as I learned a new song. In the end, although I am not anywhere near an expert, I have grown in both my identity as a musician and my abilities as a musician, and I look forward to future growth.
It doesn't fit. Can my part of the project be done?